maybe this video found you at the perfect time and all, right? Not accidentally, not randomly, right? Maybe you click this video, a part of you is tired of overthinking, tired of starting over, tired of watching other people move forward while you feel stuck. You feel stuck in the exact same place, and maybe lately you have been asking yourself, do I even have what it takes? That's the thing. Because deep down, you know what you want, a better life, a better future. A version of yourself that you haven't even become yet. But wanting something and wanting it badly enough are two completely different things. Because the truth is, everybody says they want success. Everybody says they want freedom. Everybody says they want happiness. But you see, when pain arrives, when sacrifice appears, when discipline becomes lonely and all, most people stop. That's the difference. Okay, so today I need you to ask yourself one uncomfortable questions. How bad do you actually want it? How bad it is? So people love the idea of success. They love the money, the attentions and all, the glow up, the achievements, the dream life, but they don't know, they don't love the process required to get it there. Okay, so nobody posts the nights where they cry alone, nobody posts the anxiety, nobody posts the hundreds of failures. People only see the highlight reel, and because of that they think successful people are simply lucky. But you see, luck is actually just consistency people didn't witness. Alright? Because behind every successful person there's usually years of invincible effort that you can't even see it and physically, right? All of them, okay? Years where nobody believed in them, years where they look crazy, years where they almost gave up. And honestly, that's the stage where most dreams die, not because people aren't talented, but because they wanted comfort, okay, more than transformations. Okay, yeah. So you ever notice how sometimes the people who become the strongest mentally are the people who suffer the most? Because pain changes people. Sometimes pain destroys people, but sometimes pain awakens them, awakens someone. And maybe that's what's happening to you right now. Maybe the disappointment, loneliness, the heartbreak, the failure wasn't sent to destroy you. Maybe it was sent to wake you up. Because some people only change when staying the same becomes unbearable. That's why rock bottom becomes the foundations for some people's greatest transformations. Okay, not because suffering is beautiful, but because desperations creates movements. And when someone becomes truly tired of their old life, that's when things finally begin changing. Okay, so there's the difference between interests and obsessions. There's a huge difference between these two. Alright, so interested people act when it is convenient. I'm sorry, it's my dress. I mean, my dress is kind of loose right now, so yeah. So interest, yeah. Oh wait, where did I stop? Oh yeah, I'm talking about interested people. So they act when when it is convenient only, and committed people act even when they are exhausted. Okay, even when they are exhausted, even they keep going when nobody notices it. That's why obsession changes life, not unhealthy obsession. Okay, but the kind where your vision becomes stronger than your excuses, where your future becomes more important than a temporary comfort. Because let's be real, motivations is unreliable, and some days you will feel unstoppable. Other days you will feel empty. Alright, so that's why discipline matters more. Discipline is what carries people when emotions disappears. Alright, and honestly, most people overestimate what they can do in 1 week and underestimate what they can become in 5 years. Okay, consistency looks boring okay, I know, but consistency changes everything. Okay, so your environment is actually shaping you. Another uncomfortable truth: yes, your environment, the people around you. Okay, your environment affects your future more than you think. If you surround yourself with negativity constantly, eventually your mindset becomes negative too. If everyone around you settle for less, you slowly start believing average is normal. And sometimes the hardest part of growth is realizing you need distance from people who no longer align with who you are trying to become, not because you hate them, no, but because energy spreads, mindset spreads, fear spreads, and if you're constantly around people who mock ambition, you will slowly shrink your dreams just to fit in. That's why growth can feel lonely sometimes, okay? Because becoming a different person often requires, leaving old versions of yourself behind. Okay? Yeah. And also, this might sound a bit harsh, but it is important. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody. Right? Nobody gonna save you, not perfectly, no magically. At some point, your life becomes your responsibility. Your healing, your future, discipline, decisions, and honestly, that realizations is terrifying at first, but it is also empowering. Okay, because if nobody is coming to save you, that means that you stop waiting. You stop waiting. You stop waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect motivations, the perfect version of yourself, because you stop waiting. So you start now. Okay? Even while you're scared or uncertain, you're imperfect, because action creates momentum, and momentum changes life and all. So let me ask you something. That version of yourself you keep imagining, confident one, disciplined, successful, the healed version, what if they are real? What if they already exist in you, on the other side of the choices that you keep avoiding? Because every single day you either building that future self, right, or delaying them. Every habit matters, every decision matters. Every day you give up on yourself, you reinforce the belief that you can change. But every day you continue despite difficulty, okay, you slowly become someone stronger. Alright? You slowly become someone stronger. Transformations rarely happens overnight. Remember this. It happens quietly and slowly. So maybe this video was really meant for you. Maybe lately you have been settling for less than what you know you're capable of, letting fear control your decisions, delaying your dreams because failure feels embarrassing. But listen carefully. One day your life will become a memory, and the scariest thing in the world is realizing you spend your entire life being controlled by fear, not failure. Fear of judgment, rejections, and fear of not being enough. But confidence doesn't appear before action. Confidence only appears because of actions, right? And sometimes the biggest life changes begin the moment someone decides that I cannot live like this anymore. I need to change. That kind of mindset shift So let's return to the questions. How bad do you want it? Are you bad enough to keep going when nobody supports you? Are you even bad enough to work while exhausted? Bad enough to fail publicly and continue it anyway? Are you even bad enough to sacrifice temporary comfort for a long-term growth? Because dreams cost some things. Every dream demands discipline, patience, consistency and discomfort. The universe rarely rewards people for simply waiting. It rewards persistence. And maybe the reason you are watching this right now is because a part of you already knows what needs to happen next, right? So you already know the habits you need to break. You already know the excuses that you keep repeating. You already know the life that you actually want. Alright? Now the question becomes, will you continue ignoring that voice? Or will this finally becomes the moment everything starts changing? Okay? Years from now, you will either thank yourself for starting today or regret waiting longer. That's the truth. Your future is being built right now, through the choices nobody sees. So stop waiting to become fearless. Start while afraid. Start while uncertain. Start before you feel ready. Because maybe this video really was meant to find you, not to motivate you temporarily. No, but to remind you, okay, the life that you want still exists. But you have to want it badly enough to fight for it. Okay? So, and if nobody told you recently, okay, don't give up now. Please, don't give up now. You have already survived too much to quit here. Okay? Yeah, that's all. And that's all for today, and I hope you guys have a great day today. Yeah, bye bye.